Welcome to DCTV. I'm Craig Saint, and this is the news you need to know on campus and beyond for Friday, April 4th. Durham College's I Heart DC committee put together an event yesterday called Alumni in the Pit. 2 graduates returned to provide tips to current students on being successful. President of McEwen Mining Incorporated, Ian Ball, and President of Shirt Punch and Nerd Block, Russ Montague, discussed the value of hard work. Ball and Montague are graduates of the marketing and advertising programs, respectively. An autopsy report released on Tuesday identified a body found near Hayden Shore Pavilion in Whitby was in fact missing teacher Jeffrey Boucher. He had gone missing on January 13th during a morning jog, which is not uncommon for the 52-year-old. It was reported someone walking found his body near the area he usually jogs. Foul play is not suspected. It is believed that he slipped off of the pier. As the snow melts, many of us continue to worry about global warming. The annual Earth Hour was spent in darkness this past weekend. Here's John Penfold with that story.
This past Saturday, the 7th annual Earth Hour occurred between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. across the globe. The idea behind Earth Hour is to turn off all non-essential electronic devices as a symbol of commitment to the planet. Originally started in Sydney, Australia in 2007, Earth Hour has since become a worldwide movement organized by the Worldwide Fund for Nature. We took to Durham College to speak to students and staff about the event.
So one thing that's very good about Earth Hour, it's like you're giving the Earth a break because we sort of live off it. If it was like theoretically a person, then you gotta sort of repay it for all you've done for it, because we admittedly kind of abuse it with all our oils and gas and stuff.
So Earth Hour is this Sunday, and I think it's not the brightest idea in the world, no pun intended. There's a lot of there's more power sucked in when you turn on lights, so there's a lot more stress on the grid when everybody turns off their lights and then turns on their lights at the same time. And I just don't think it does as much as people think it does.
I think Earth Hour is a great idea. I think it's important for people to think about the environmental impact of all of their actions, especially all of the electronics and all of the energy that we're all using every day. So to actually turn off the lights, turn off the TV, turn off the computers, and maybe even talk to each other face to face would be a really important thing to do, and think about what it is that is becoming of the earth and how we can help.
Students and teachers alike turned off their electricity this Sunday to support Earth Day. For DCTV, I'm John Penfold at Durham College.
The region of Durham wants its residents to be ready for possible weather emergencies this spring. It is suggested that Durham residents prepare for flooding incidents due to the melting snow and heavy rains. The Emergency Management Office would like residents to restock their at-home emergency kits. Information on the contents of the kit can be found at durham.ca/demo. Ajax is offering a $1,500 prize to the winner of a songwriting contest. Songwriters are to write a song that explains what Ajax has to offer. The song will be launched leading up to the Pan Am Games. The song's rights will go to the town for future use. The winner will perform on July 10th at a 1-year countdown event. Ajax residents or people who are involved in an Ajax group are eligible contestants. Kieran Leitner, an Oshawa man, has been charged after pulling a knife on a woman who clipped him with the side mirror of her car. The man was crossing the street at Harmony Road in King. The woman then got out of her vehicle to check on him. The man revealed his weapon and pushed her back into her car while shouting. He proceeded to kick the car before leaving the scene. There were no serious injuries. Traffic situations aren't only affecting the roadways. Last night, Outreach Services held a high-traffic pub night for the LGBTQ community. Sharon Guru has the details.
Durham College's very own Outreach Services held an event called Campus Pride Day in recognition of our LGBTQ community. The day was filled with useful information sent out in front of Commons with a few booths. The volunteers handed out a variety of pamphlets and speakers to raise awareness of our LGBTQ community. And to make things even more fun, the LGBTQ Center and Pride Committee of Outreach Services at DCUIT had hosted a pub night Thursday and a drag show at E.B. Taylor's Pub and Restaurant. The event was open to all DC and UIT students. So this is Nikki. She's actually the chair of the school organization, and there's going to be an event tonight. So just let me know what's going on tonight.
Yeah, so tonight there is a Pride Pub, which is going to be a fun and safe place for everyone to come and enjoy the night, hang out, relax, have a couple drinks with some friends, and there's going to be a drag show on. There's a couple, I think about 5 performers there coming. Doors open up at 9. Drag show starts at 9:30, and it's free. And it's all ages, which is really important.
The night was filled with dancing and music and had included drag performances. The drag show had included both Durham College and UIT student talent and well-known performers from Toronto. Guest performers from the Toronto bar and nightclub scene, Bunny Lappin and Alamode, had attended. Students and guests of all ages were welcomed. For DCTV, I'm Sharon Guru.
And that is your news for today. Up next, we've got all the latest sports highlights with Mike Hines.
Thank you. The Oshawa Generals will try to stay perfect in the playoffs as they play the Peterborough Petes tonight in the second round of the playoffs. The Gens swept the Mississauga Steelheads 4-0 in an impressive series win. The puck drops at 7 p.m. at the GM Center in Oshawa. Tickets are still available. The Toronto Maple Leafs were looking for back-to-back wins against the Boston Bruins last night, but it wasn't no easy test as usual. After the Leafs had a 3-0 lead going into the third period, Boston ended up tying the game halfway through the third. Jonathan Bernier got injured in the third period, but Reimer held strong as his replacement. Desmond Kadri ended up scoring the power play game winner in overtime as Toronto picked up an important 2 points. The Blue Jays looked to close out a series with the Tampa Bay Rays and Toronto was looking for a series win. Unfortunately, the Rays weren't going to let that happen. Evan Longoria led the way for the Rays with a 3-1 bomb as the Blue Jays lost 7-2. The Jays will try to get back into the win column as they host their home opener against the New York Yankees tonight. It's suspected that Roy Halladay will be throwing out the opening pitch. Game starts at 7 p.m. To campus news now. Rob Henderson got to caught up with Dylan Presley as a player on the Durham Lords basketball team to listen to his experience of being on the team.
The Durham Lords basketball team here at Durham College is winding down to a finish, with another good year thanks to their newest team member, Dylan Pellicero. Dylan grew up in Ridgeway, Ontario, and ever since he was little, he wanted to play basketball. The Lords recruited Dylan from Niagara College after he graduated there and is now currently the tallest member on the Lords, standing at a height of 6'8". Dylan's lifelong dream to play basketball was slowly coming true. Earlier I asked Dylan if he liked his new team and if the switch was what he expected for his career in basketball.
No, my teammates have been good. They've been nice to me ever since I got here. It's been really nice. And to ask if this is different, not really, because I've lived on my own for so long. It doesn't really bother me. And everybody's helped me get used to being here on my own. The coaches have been nice to me. And I think if I'd be playing, no, I didn't think I'd be playing again after Niagara. I was graduating. I thought I'd be done with basketball. And then they called me a couple months ago asking if I could come play. They needed a big man. I was a big man.
Later on, I went to the court to see Dylan in action to ask him how he gets himself prepared physically and mentally before each game.
Before a game, I like to listen to country music for a good hour and a half, just sit in my room and chill, and then I come to the game.
So what advice would you have for future athletes to prepare for their career?
Hard work, dedication. It takes a lot of hard work. I put a lot of time in high school to get to where I am today, and just keep pushing with it.
And that's all for DCTV. I'm Robert Henderson.
The Toronto Raptors look for back-to-back wins as they host the Indiana Pacers tonight. The Raptors are also trying to solidify their first divisional title since 2006-2007 season. The Raptors have played well this season, but may be missing Amir Johnson and Kyle Lowry, who both went down with injuries in back-to-back games this week. The game starts tonight at 7 p.m. In other Raptors news, it looks like the Raptors might be bringing back a familiar face in the offseason. In a recent interview, GM Masir Ujah said he would be open to acquiring Vince Carter after his first 6 seasons with the team. He was traded to the Nets and now plays for the Dallas Mavericks. This could be a retirement reason, but we'll find out in the offseason. And that's all just about wraps it up for sports, but don't go anywhere. Rob Henderson joining us now with all the names and news from the entertainment world.
Thank you, Mike. The Robert McLaughlin Gallery continues in Oshawa today. The gallery contains 16 paintings from Winnipeg Michael J. Kuzer, born in 1910, excelled in both music and painting from the age of 7. He then moved to Toronto in 1949 and was influenced and mentored by Group of Seven's painter L.L. Fitzgerald. The gallery will be open until April 20th and is located at 72 Queen Street in Oshawa. Heavy melodic rockers Breached have released an acoustic version of No Excuses, which can be heard on their newest EP, Revolution Sessions. The band will be hitting the road this summer for their first performance at this year's Sudbury New Music Festival, followed by a tour with Rabbit Hole and Kingdom. The tour will take place in Ontario, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. For more information on Breached, please visit www.breachmusic.com. The Sophia Hilton Foundation and Soft Science Associates, the creators of the animated series Legend of Pontivalia, have signed on with Asian Television Network for Canadian broadcast. This 26th series is set to launch in English on ATN in late April, with Tamil language broadcast planned for this summer. The show includes a wealth of historical and social insights into medieval Indian culture. Historically, the Earth is believed to be one whole continent, and here at Durham College, the Pangira Festival, in its 6th year, featured a selection of multiculturalism. Here's Annalisa Badu with the story.
Durham College's 7th annual Pangaea Cultural Show took place on March 22nd in the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center at the Oshawa campus. Hosted by the Student Association and Diversity Office, the event attracted over 450 guests to celebrate the college's rich diversity and showcase live performances of music, dance, and theater. The event kicked off at 6 p.m. with the Taste of World featuring foods from 7 different cultures including Asian, Italian, Caribbean, Mediterranean, East Indian, Mexican, and Polish cuisine.
A unified nation in a sense, and just the word itself, Pangaea, represents a time when all the continents were together, and so everyone was unified.
So what does this event consist of? What do you guys do in there?
All right, so what the event consists of is going to be a number of performances by people of different cultures.
Well, last year I missed out, and I heard from my friends that it was a great event and they had a lot of fun. There's a lot of turnout, there's a big line behind me. So I wanted to be part of it and see what they were so excited about.
So do you think this is helping the community and the students in Durham region to get to know each other's background?
Kind of putting their culture forward, so yeah, definitely it's enriching people's experience with other people's culture.
This is Annalisa Badu at the Campus Wellness Center at Durham College, signing out.
A successful show in Ajax at the Sgt. Pepper's Bar and Grill. The Battle of the Band show on March 15th started off with Oshawa's local talent, the Cadillac Sox, followed by Livid and the Bloodthirsty from Brampton, who took first place. The prizes awarded included $500 cash, a photo shoot, a music video, 2 tracks recorded at no charge, and also graphic work for their next album. Actress, dancer, model, and all at the young age of 17. Ajax Kyla Rankin is making a name for herself. Last year, Rankin toured with Nelly Furtado, appearing in a music video, Waiting for the Night, and had landed a recurring role on the Family Channel show, The Next Step. Rankin's goals are to one day be dancing on Broadway and getting a lead in a TV series as a dancer. That's it for entertainment. I'm Robert Henderson, and now, Craig Saint.
Thank you, Robert. That was your news from Campus and Beyond for Friday, April 4th, 2014. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at DC Broadcasting or check out our website at dcbroadcasting.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.